Hello ladies and gentlemen, welcome to your Farming Simulator 15 Gold Edition Equipment Spotlight. I think. I'm not quite sure what to call this. Oh well. So, we're back in the shop in Sosnovka, because this is the only appropriate place to show all this off. And I've bought one of everything. I'm going to go through everything individually, but I bought one of everything that comes with the DLC. I'm going to admit there's some stuff that I questioned, like the tractors here, whether they'd be kind of able to stand on their own. Some of the equipment I thought, well, it's just filling the same gaps as other pieces of equipment. I'm going to actually disagree with myself. Spoilers, I'm going to disagree with myself. So let's go through the equipment that you get first of all. And I actually have to buy something else because of things. So, what comes with the DLC, basically, as standard, as you can buy it today. You got the Zetor Crystal 12045. It's 52,000 euro to buy, 450 a day to own, which is quite high, 121 horsepower. Really nice old tractor. I've been messing about with it for a little while. Really nice. The Zetor Major 80. 58,000 to buy, 95 a day to own, 75 horsepower. You can say I own two because I need one up the shop and you start off with one. The Zetor Proxima Power 120. 98,000 to buy, 120 a day to own, 117 horsepower, so you're paying about €1 per horsepower. I haven't tried it, but it's a front loader tractor. And the Zetor Forterra 150 HD. 136,000 to buy, 120 a day to own, 147 horsepower. So why do these have the same maintenance per day? It's probably actually cheaper to get the Forterra over the Proxima. In no front loaders, unfortunately. In trucks, you get the Tatra Phoenix 6x6 Agro Truck. 165,000 to buy, so it's a lot cheaper than the Man. 440 a day to own, so it's actually more expensive to own than the Man, but it produces more power than the Man. 462 versus 440. So this is actually probably better value for your money than the Man, for a period at least. In harvesters, you get the Rostsomash, which I always have issues trying to say. Rostsomash Across 595 Plus. 189,000 to buy, 670 a day to own, 325 horsepower with a 9,000 litre capacity. The Rostsomash Torum 760. 342,000 to buy, 880 a day to own, 490 horsepower with a 12,000 litre capacity. And the Rostsomash RSM 1403 Forage Harvester, because giants apparently have this weird fascination with forage harvesters. 229,000 to buy, so it's the cheapest of any forage harvester. I'm not counting the X5 here. Any forage harvester giant has brought out, this is the cheapest of the lot. 229,000 to buy, 750 a day to own, which is the same as the New Holland. Produces 442 horsepower. You saw I had two, I actually bought one to mess about with. And to try it. So in headers you get the Rostsomash Powerstream 700, which is 36,000 to buy, 50 a day to own, and has a working width of 7 meters. The Rostsomash Powerstream 900, 43,000 to buy, 60 a day to own, and has a working width of 9 meters, which both of these actually, you know, you're going 4.2, 5.5, 10.5. They both fit in between the New Holland Verifeed and the Case 3020, which is pretty cool, I must admit. You got the Rostsomash Argus 870, 32,000 to buy, 40 a day to own, at 5.7 meters, which, does this fill a gap here? Yep, fills the gap between the 980 CF and the 3412. Fills a nice gap here. Almost exactly in the middle, which is nice. You've got the Rostsomash 600R for the Forage Harvester. 35,000 to buy, 15 a day to own, 6 meters. The Rostsomash 4UP 370, which is a pickup header. 11,000 to buy, 30 a day to own, and again 3 meters. And 3 meters. And the Rostsomash 500D, 40 a day to own, 28,000 to buy, 40 a day to own, and 5 meters. This is a whole crop header. Forgot the word of it. It's slightly smaller than the New Holland or X-Disc headers, which is quite cool. In tippers, you get the FarmTech TDK 1600, 14,500 to buy, 10 a day to own, with a 15,000 litre capacity. And you can carry wheat, barley, canola, corn, sugar beet, potatoes, chaff, silage, and wood chips with it. In ploughs, you get the Kverneland AB85 fixed plough, as opposed to the reversible ploughs that are all in the game here. It's cheaper than the Verimaster, slightly less wide than the Verimaster, but you know, you get 4 furrows. What you expect. In cultivators here, you get the Kverneland Quality Disc Farmer 3000, 8,200 to buy, 5 a day to own, requires 90 horsepower. I never cover what this thing. Kverneland AB85, 12,000 to buy, 10 a day to own, requires 92 horsepower, so you can't run with the smallest equipment, but you can damn well try. The Quality Disc here, and I'm going to buy a trio as well, just so I can put these side by side. In sewing machines, you get the Kverneland DL, 9,000 to buy, 30 a day to own, requires 75 horsepower, and has a capacity of 7 litres and working with a 3 metres. Cannot sow corn or sugar beets. I've got one here already. You also get the Kverneland Optima V, 12,000 to buy, 30 a day to own, requires 70 horsepower, a capacity of 600 litres, and working with a 3.8 metres. And it sows corn and sugar beets, so you actually get a small corn and sugar beet planter. So what I'm going to do here is I'm going to get the Vitasam, because that's a 3 metre working width. I'm not going to get the potato seeder, but this... well, never mind. In Fertilizer Spreaders, you get the Kverneland Exacta EL700. 4,500 to buy, 10 a day to own, capacity is 700 litres, and I'm working with a 12 metres. As opposed to the Amazon ZAM, which is 3,000 litres and 26 metres. So it's a nice small... gonna buy the Amazon ZAM as well, just to compare sizes and stuff. And I think that's about it from here. I'm just double checking now. Yeah, that's it from there. So if I go over into mods now, which is unusual when I'm covering a DLC, but here we go, the Rostselmash Niva. This is a pre-order bonus that Giants will probably release at some point. I have it now because I pre-ordered on Steam. 75,000 to buy, 670 day to own, 155 horsepower, capacity of 3,000 litres, which is the smallest combine Giants have released for Farm Sim 15 so far. And let's buy it here. And in headers you get the Rostselmash Hardstream, 12,000 to buy, 18 a day to own, 4 metre working width, and it's suitable for the Niva only. So that's 2 new things there. So let's start off by talking... well, obviously all these tractors are Giant specs, so they all work. I'm not going to show, I'm not going to show dirt skins or anything. But I am going to pull out the Forterra here. And yes, I'm going to be using my wheel for this. And I'm going to turn up the volume, because I was in this save last night playing around. And what I'm going to do... that's a new engine sound. That is a new engine sound for the Forterra. Just gonna grab this. It is quite heavy, apparently. I'm just gonna line these up next to their kind of already existing brethren. I want to see if there are any real differences. But already you can see that cultivator is a lot shorter. The seeders as well are a bit shorter than the in-game one. And the fertilizer spreader is absolutely tiny! It's adorable! Look at it! Look at how tiny it is! That is beautiful. That is just perfect for small maps. I was talking to Pablo. think it was Papa, last night, quite late in the night. I was actually in bed talking to him through comments, and he said, well, there are no real gaps being filled here. You know, it's the same size as the in-game equipment, and you know what, functionally, in terms of, you know, sheer ground presence, yep, not going to disagree there. There's nothing really new in terms of seeders or cultivators or anything like that. But, and here's the important thing. If I go back in here and I compare the Kverneland DL, which is the normal seeder, it's got 750 litres. This thing only has 600. You know, you'd be looking at the Optima V to have the same capacity, but then you get extra working width compared to the Vitasem. And they're both cheaper than the Vitasem. These are more viable options than the Vitasem. Especially seeing as you can run them at lower horsepower. You can get the... You know, you can actually get the T4 New Holland and actually use it for something. And actually use the T4 for field work. The harvesters, they all fill a really nice gap. There's no... Unfortunately, there's no new animations or anything. You should. There's no new animations or anything on the harvesters, but oh my god, that is beautiful. That is beautifully ugly. I haven't messed with this, so this is the first time I'll be hearing it. Yes, this sounds like an old Russian combine. I'm not too sure if I'm fond of how new and clean looking it is, but gotta admit I am a fan of the sounds. See what it looks like with the header on. Ignore the blinkers being on, I've made some binding errors. Yeah, that is very much Russian. I like this combine. This might be appearing in more videos. Are there any cool animations then? What happens when I turn on the header here? Please tell me something embarrassment. Yes! Yes! Look! They've animated it all. Oh, giants, you wondrous beauties. This... Oh. Look at all the animations. That is... I think I found my new favourite combine. All of them there is animation. All of them there is animation. Yes. I do believe I have a new favourite combine, and it is Russian. Even the header's animated. Oh my god. Yep. Well, this is going to be appearing everywhere from now on. You wonder why I like older style equipment. It's because of animations like that. Just attention to detail seems to be just more there with older style equipment. And yes, there isn't, you know, the big fancy cab or anything in this. Very functional. It's just there because it has to be there. That's what I like about older equipment. All the headers actually, including the 4 meter header here. I want to say it's a 4 meter header. 4 meter, yeah. It doesn't really fill a gap, but it's damn sight cooler looking than the Sampo. Unfortunately, on Donetsk I won't be able to give you guys this by default, because I want to, you know, give everybody the same equipment, so it'll be the sample, but or possibly even the New Holland if the fields are really as big as I think they are. But I'll be mad and use this thing. You can be damn sure I'll be doing an LP on my own map. If I ever finish it. Be damn sure I'll be doing an LP of it. Be damn sure I'll be using this thing. I'm actually kind of tempted to do Sosnovka Let's Play with the challenge of only using DLC equipment as much as possible. So we'll say band, only cultivator I can use, only seeders and fertilizer spreader I can use, only combines I can use are here, and the rest and that. And the only tractors I can use are these guys, but in terms of forage wagons, balers, etc., I'm allowed to use whatever the heck I want. That truck is probably going to be the only one I'll ever use anyway. So I'm kind of tempted to do that with that really bizarre challenge in place. It will be courseplay heavy because it seems to be the way that I play Giants maps. It's just courseplay everything. I'll be getting multiples of everything, so you'll be seeing like 16 Cavernal and Accords going around, or 16 Optimas, or 20 Exactas. You might have noticed this doesn't have a top on it, because you can actually see the fill plane. Giants have actually put in a fertilizer fill plane, so if I go back over here to the tractors I was playing with last night, and I take that off and go over here. I think I dumped it down over here somewhere. No, I put it over here. I'm using mouse and keyboard again because why not? So you can kind of see the fertilizer fill plane here. I'm just going to fill it up so you can see it a bit better. So Giants have, to my knowledge, the first time, put in a fertilizer spreader where you can see the fill plane. And it's quite a nice fill plane they've used. It does look like fertilizer pellets. And yeah, I'm a big fan. Dirt skins are, well, it's all Trelleborg and Giants dirt skins, so high quality dirt skins, high quality tractors, high quality vehicles. Obviously, beacons work on everything, except that. Beacons on everything, even the truck, which is part of the reason I want to use the truck. Beacons on this, beacons on this, beacons on this, and the beacon on this works. So I'm going to leave it here. Thank you all very much for watching. I think you'll want a final kind of recommendation from me on gold. There's nothing here that you can't find on a mod site. I'm gonna be honest. You can find plenty of small Russian combines. You can find plenty of large Russian combines. Plenty of, you know, small, a reasonable amount of small equipment. Not the greatest quality, but you can find it. If you want high quality, Giants quality equipment that fills these, you know, these criteria, you're gonna want to get gold. But if you want the Giants quality stuff that fills these criteria, you'll already have gold. So if you just want new equipment, mods. If you play on consoles and you want new equipment, yeah, go for it. I've just spotted something that I think is from Bruno. Yep, the Windmill. I've found something that has been reused by Giants. The Windmill. This is a nice map. It's a nice DLC. The launch wasn't the greatest, as I mentioned previously in a couple of other videos. The attention to detail on the vehicles and equipment is actually really nice. I mean, that's quite a few hoses there to be working around, and they're all animated reasonably well. This fertilizer spreader I absolutely love. I'll be using it a lot more. The Niva, oh my god, the Niva, my darling Niva. When Giants release this as its own mod or DLC or whatever, get this. For the love of God, get this, because it is beautiful and it's old and it should be rusty, but it's not. It's been beautifully maintained and I love it. And ooh, I am a combine harvester. Yeah, the Niva is absolutely the star attraction here, which is ironic because, well, it's the star attraction for me because I like old equipment. Niva. This was a bonus. This will be released for free on Giants Mod Hub at some point in the future. But I have it now, and it's beautiful, and it's lovely, and it's sexy, and it's wonderful, and I love it. Everything else is actually really good. I'll be using it periodically throughout, in videos. These guys over here are going to be brilliant. I think they're going to be really, really useful for me. The Accord here is going to be my 3-meter seeder of choice, I think. Just because it looks a lot better than the obligatory Vitasem, and it's not the blooming obligatory Vitasem. It's got bigger capacity, bigger... It's just better than the Vitasem, I think. More detailed, anyway. The same with the Optum here. It's just really nicely detailed and slightly wider than the Vitasem. The Exact is just really nice as a fertilizer spreader, and this plow I haven't used it, but my god, the detail looks really nice. Although I'm not sure if in reality this wheel would be bright blue. I'm guessing that's just... Oh, it's a weight. It's a weighted wheel, so it's obviously just like solid steel or something, so it might be. You can see there's very much a single colour palette here. It's red, white, and kind of a turquoise colour. Because the FarmTech thing here is almost the exact same colour. If you look in the distance at the Tetra Phoenix, they're almost the exact same colour. Everything else is red and white. Everything is red, white, black, and blue-green, I'm gonna call it. And the only piece of equipment that breaks from this colour scheme is the old Zetor Crystal, which has kind of an orangey cream colour going on. Everything else, it's a very plain colour palette. But, yeah. I think I'm going to leave it here because there's not really anything else I can say. If you want to get gold, get gold. If you don't, don't. It's really down to you. I think that the star attraction is the Niva because I like old combines and stuff. And that's just beautiful road. I like the sounds on this chapter. I was kind of impressed because of the price. The sounds are actually kind of impressive too. So, yeah. You get an old tractor, you get an old... Well, you don't. You might now still get the Niva. I kind of hope that there is one more DLC coming, and that DLC is older equipment, because I think Giants could do with putting a bit more work into older equipment. Yes, there's the Niva, which keeps me happy for now, and there's the Zetor Crystal, which also keeps me a bit happier for now. They'll both be appearing in the future in videos, but there's not really a lot else there in terms of older equipment. And I get why. It's because manufacturers don't want to be giving out licenses to equipment they don't make anymore. But it's a bit of a shame. Anyway, I'm going to leave it here. I've got to get these rendered and ready to go. Business as usual next week. In terms of videos, I might put in some bonus videos. Me messing about here or something. Until then, stay safe and goodbye.